Look, there's going to be corrections across the board headed into the altcoin season. And notice I said headed into the altcoin season because I think I uncovered something within this altcoin season mystery and why I truly believe we have not yet started altcoin season. My name is Crypto Millie, and every day I talk about crypto. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a few metrics that can show you exactly when altcoin season starts and when it will end, right? You got to know when this stuff starts, and you got to know what to look for to spot an end. No one's going to be perfect, right? But if you're able to, get as close to the tops as possible to be able to take those profits, then you win, right? And you're properly prepared for the next cycle. So let me know in the comments when you believe altcoin season will start. Let me know if you believe it's already started. Also, let me know when you believe it will end. And I also want you guys to make sure that you hit the notification bell. We need more people hitting the notification bell. And I want to remind you guys, and a lot of people are seeming like they are forgetting this, right, that we could possibly get another Fed cut here December 18th, right? So this is positive. I also want to remind you that we are not yet in quantitative easing, but that is something to look for, right? I agree here with Team Rocket Research. These are some of the things that could be catalysts headed into this altcoin season. The U.S. Bitcoin Reserve, January 20th is the Trump inauguration, where a lot of people are preparing for him to release these Bitcoin Reserve plans, the stablecoin observed into our current banking system, right? We are starting to see XRP and a lot of these high utility tokens talk about having their own personal stablecoins. Fed rates easing. Now, this is big because even though we've been getting Fed cuts, we haven't went into quantitative easing. So even though I don't believe that this altcoin season will be as long as people think, I think it will be massive because of the global QE that will happen once the U.S. goes into those that rate easing cycle. We could see global QE led by China, Japan, and also the EU. VCs with tons of dry power on funding Web3 projects, that's going to raise again, right? Again, we haven't seen launchpad tokens really start to explode. When you see those launchpad tokens starting to explode, that's a sign that we're in a full blown altcoin season because everybody is launching new tokens and they're getting that VC capital. AI. Of course, that's going to be a huge narrative. You got to have some type of AI in your portfolio. Inflation will climb, but not enough to kill the bullish sentiments, which I agree, right? I agree that some of this could cause inflation, but the Fed doesn't seem to care about it. Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency seem to have this blueprint to pay off debt. So this should be getting interesting for the next 2 to 4 years. Lastly, we've been in a bear market sentiments, and a lot of people have post-dramatic stress, right? They still think like, oh, I got to sell, guys. Just chill. Just chill. Long gaming, gambling memes, and sports should be interesting, right? So let's get into this altcoin presentation right here. Altcoin season analysis and guides. If you're new, altcoin season refers to the period where altcoins outperform Bitcoin in terms of price growth. Using historical data and key indicators, we can identify when altcoin season starts and how long it lasts and when it ends, right? Now, let's talk about how to spot the altcoin season, because I've been seeing a lot of videos late of people talking about this pi cycle chart here. So what I did, right, is I studied the pi cycle chart, and specifically every time that we broke the pi cycle, meaning we broke both moving average. Let me actually zoom it in to give you guys an example here. This 2017, you can see that we broke both of these moving averages. The pi cycle chart gives you the 111 DMA and the 350 DMA, and when we break those with volume and Bitcoin peaking, normally that's like the peak of BTC, which lasts about 4 to 6 months, right? Where you see BTC actually go parabolic. But the thing is, it's signaling the beginning of the end, right? If we just zoom out, we haven't crossed it yet. We kind of did that fake out that we did in 2019 here in March, but we haven't crossed it yet, right? And every time that we did cross it, we've seen parabolic gains. Here in 2017, you could see here that we stayed above all the way from December to about May in this, above this pi cycle area. And if we just flip down here to, excuse me, I gave y'all 2017, excuse me, 2020 here. 2020, this is when we stayed above the pi cycle indicators. And if we swing over here to the total 3 on 2020, you can see that we went bullish from December 20th, right? All the way to when we topped out to about November 2021, which was 322 days, right? And this is the total 3. So the thing about this, right, and a lot of people are probably going to get this part wrong, is that normally when we see a huge run up, there's also a huge correction where people take profits, right? But what happens is a lot of people hop back in, and also those people who took profits have FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, because they like, oh shit, I took profits too early. Let me get back in. And we see the thing actually kind of like rise back up. And this was 2020 here, right? It is important to note that the pi cycle chart, as you can see here, we didn't get out, right, until like April and May. So if I swing back here to the total 3, Bitcoin went back under the pi cycle about, April and May, right, which signaled the start of the altcoin season bear market. So it's important to note that you want to kind of like understand that, hey, okay, if we're utilizing a pi cycle indicator, then normally it's 6 to 12 months that Bitcoin can stay above that. I need to be preparing to take my profits maybe 4 to 6 months in. That way, I'm not trying to guess the top. I'm going to live with what I take, right? And maybe we play around, and put some stables into some new plays or some meme coins to kind of get that last leg up of the altcoin season, right? So this is just my thesis here. So what you want to look for is the pi cycle top indicator. Monitor the crossover between the pi cycle top indicator near Bitcoin's price peak. We have not crossed the pi cycle top indicator. So that tells me that altcoin season has not officially started. When that happens, altcoins will be explosive. Typically signals the end of Bitcoin's rally and the start of the capital rotation into altcoins. So when the Bitcoin price gets above the pi cycle top indicator, that typically signals the end of Bitcoin's rally and the start of the capital rotation. With the connection here between the Bitcoin dominance, right? So you also want to be looking for the Bitcoin dominance. So I did have the Bitcoin dominance pulled up here, and example again in 2020, right? What I noticed, right? This is how I noticed when the altcoin season ended, right? The Bitcoin dominance went down like we're seeing now. But what was the signal of the end of the altcoin dominance was when the Bitcoin dominance price, excuse me, let me zoom it in for you guys. The Bitcoin dominance started to go up, but the Bitcoin price was still going down. That is key. When you start to see the Bitcoin dominance going back up, compiled with the Bitcoin price going down, that is a signal, as you can see here in May, that the bear market is about to start, and more likely than not, altcoins are about to get destroyed. So a lot of people are going to make a lot of money in this market, but they're not going to be able to get out. Again, if you want to, you say, well, Millie, did you back test it? Of course. 2020, you see here, we had a huge rise in altcoins when Bitcoin crossed that pi cycle indicator. And on the others chart, 2020, it's the Bitcoin price peaked above the pi cycle indicator. We had a huge run on the others chart. This is the shitty of the shitty, the low caps, the mid caps, the micro caps, the meme coins, right? But it only was for 154 days, right? So when we break that pi cycle indicator, if you have low caps, mid caps, or really shit micro tokens, because they all gonna go crazy, you may not even have 6 months before this actually has a huge correction, maybe 4 to 6 months. The thing about it is the first huge correction is usually followed by another false pump, right? Now, this false pump could take us higher, but is really the last leg of the last leg, right? So technically, if you're late to the party, you can say, well, Millie, I'm just going to wait to the first flush 4 to 6 months from now. I'm going to buy up as much altcoins because everybody going to think that it's not over. And then for the next 4 to 6 months, it should be another run, right? We seen that here in 2020 from the others chart, right? We seen that here in 2020, 2021 from the total 3 chart, right? So there's always like this double top where it's like this, it can't be over. No matter what, this can't be over. Let's run it back, right? And you got 2 chances to get out. You can get out on the first top, or you can get out and you can try to run it back. That's on you, right? You got to make that decision, right? But usually the market gives you twice. And for the people that ask me if I back test this, right? This was the 2017 Pi cycle indicator. You can see that Bitcoin was able to give above those moving averages here. And they stayed above it for almost like a full year. And if we go here, 2017, there was a massive altcoin season for 2017. This is the total 3. And then also over here, we got a massive altcoin season for the others chart also on 2013. On 2017, right? So you can see the others chart though in 2017 only went up for 70 days. Literally 2 months. So if you got micro caps, you got to think about it like 2017, them shits only went up 2 months. And then it was over. 2 months. 2021 was maybe 6 months. Right? So what does that give you? 2 plus 6 is 8. You divide that by 2. That's 4. That's 4 solid fucking months, right? 4 solid fucking months. 4 months. 4 solid months. But what we're looking for is the Bitcoin price here. And let's move this over to get above this green line. It's already above the red line. We needed to give above this green line, which is about 125,000. So once Bitcoin crossed about 125,000, right? That is the beginning of the end. And that will signal the best part of altcoin season, right? I gave you information from 2020 and 2017, right? So early parabolic growth in the total 3 signals the beginning of altcoin season. What are we seeing, guys? If we swing over here to the total 3, we're seeing early parabolic growth. This is a signal, right? Once we what else? What was the second signal? Bitcoin dominance, right? Because we are seeing the volume. The volume is there on the total 3. Today is Sunday. If we close, we're going to close this weekly candle, most likely in price discovery with the volume. So this is going to continue. What we need though is we need Bitcoin to break the Pi cycle top indicator. And really that'll be the third confirmation that confirms that we're in altcoin season, because every altcoin season, Bitcoin price broke the Pi cycle top indicator. Every altcoin season, 2017, 2020, the ones that we do have information on. So we need BTC right now to get up here somewhere between 120, 125,000, and coupled with Bitcoin dominance coming down, coupled with the continuation of volume for the altcoin market, right? And when you kind of add the additions like potential Fed cuts in December 18th, potential Fed cuts, right? QE, global liquidity. This is why this is the best part of the cycle, guys. This is the best part of the cycle. So historical data, we just broke it down. Altcoin seasons in 2017 and 2021 lasted approximately 4 to 6 months. The market dynamics were, during these periods, altcoins experienced parabolic growth driven by capital flows, right? Driven by liquidity, guys. liquidity. Key indicator, sustained declines in Bitcoin dominance accompanied by the altcoin growth. We're getting both of those, right? All we need Bitcoin to do is break its peak, that pi cycle top indicator. We know that's the, okay, we're here. All right. Now we got 2 to 4 months to figure this shit out once that breaks. All right. So back to basically bringing it back down to how to spot when the altcoin season ends. The Bitcoin dominance reversal. Watch for the Bitcoin dominance stabilizing or signaling a shift back to Bitcoin, right? So we're going to be taking those profits back to either stable coins or Bitcoin, right? So if we go back over here to the Bitcoin dominance, see if I can find it, you can see here that in 2017, right, the Bitcoin dominance started to go up, right? It lasted, based on the pi cycle indicator, about 231 days, right? Then the Bitcoin dominance started to go up, compiled with Bitcoin's price going down. That's when we realized we were in the bear market. And we seen the Bitcoin dominance go up from there. That was a reverse change, right? Reversal here, right? Now Bitcoin dominance is going up. Altcoins are getting obliterated. Swing it over to 2020. The same thing happened here, right? And it was even worse, right? Because like FTX, like all of this stuff happened. So not only did altcoins get obliterated, but Bitcoin got obliterated, right? But look at the trend change here. The same thing happened here. The Bitcoin dominance didn't really trend up till, you know, we got that reversal from the Fed, right? But this was the honest like change in momentum here, right? Where the Bitcoin dominance started to go up, Bitcoin price was still going down, compiled with altcoins getting crushed. So again, my thesis here is you playing around with a 2 month to 6 month window. Once Bitcoin breaks the pi cycle top indicator, once it breaks those moving averages, once it breaks those, you're playing with 2 to 6 months in these altcoins of parabolic growth, and you got to get what you got to get outside of the market, right? So Bitcoin price decline on top of the Bitcoin dominance. Look for the blow off tops and declining value, indicating altcoin exhaustion. So what you want to do is you want to swing over here to the total 3, right? We swing over here to the total 3. All right. When did we start falling off, right? Well, the first section, right? This is the first section where a lot of people made money and then profits were taken, right? We seen a huge green candle coupled by a few red candles here and strong volume, strong selling volume here, right? The same thing happened here, right? You got strong selling volume, strong selling volume. So when you see a break in the trend accompanied by strong selling volume, wait, it won't even let me draw it right now, but the trend is here, right? Oh, this is gonna piss me off. Okay, let me refresh this. I can't stand when it does that, right? That's the one thing I do not like about what's it called, trading view here, right? I do not like that about trading view, guys. All right, I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking right now. Trading view, you messing me up, right? Sunday cooking, baby. All right, here we go. 2020, we got it mapped out, the total 3, right? What we're looking for is trend change and accompanied by selling volume, right? So if we go here, I guess we can go right here. That would be the trend. I mean, you can look at this 2 ways, right? If you got to look at it like 2 days, right? If you see like a little bit of momentum changing, right? So, okay, look at this. You got your trend line drawn out, right? And, you know, maybe you draw your trend line like this, right? There we go. Maybe you draw your trend line like that. Everybody draws their trend lines different. You could draw it like that. Regardless of how you draw it, the indicator that you got here, this 25-day moving average, it's going to give you a head start, right? And on when the trend is about to change, right? So right here, we got a red print, right? So I want to signal that out. We got our first red print here on the total 3. We got our red print here. Right? That was your first sign. Like, okay, indicator just turned red. All right, but we still haven't broken the trend, right? Cool. Now you broke the trend here, right? You broke the trend, right? Well, let's not skip a step. Now you're getting hella selling volume, right? A whole bunch of, you're not getting that much green candles on the volume. You're getting all red candles, right? That was the second sign. Third sign is trend reversal. Fuck it. I am out. I am not even waiting for the Bitcoin pi cycle to break back below those moving averages. I'm out right here at our red dot, right? Because this is giving me a chance, right? I'm seeing a reversal based on our indicator. I'm seeing lack of buying pressure based on the selling volume. And we're one step close from hitting that trend line, right? Accompanied by Bitcoin dominance going back up and just bad market dynamics, right? People are posting, they getting rich, they buying Lambos, hacks are happening, companies are capitulating, all type of weird shit is happening inside the market. So that's your sign. That's the there will be signs. So you got to look at everything. But this is just looking at it from a technical standpoint. So again, guys, I know this is a lot for if you're new. I'm sorry, but we got to go through this, right? So look for blow off tops and declining volume. We just talk about that, and then the Bitcoin price, you know what I mean, decline. So when we prepared for, we talked about when we prepared for the altcoin season, we're monitoring the pi cycle top indicator. You could simply go over here and type in pi cycle top on your web page. I use CoinGlass, right? And you can monitor it here. This is very, very simple, guys. It's not hard at all. All right. Track Bitcoin dominance. I've done plenty of Bitcoin dominance videos. You should know Bitcoin dominance right now. Identify altcoins with strong fundamentals poised for growth. AI, gaming, RWAs, and meme coins. Those are only 4 narratives that you need. It may be DPIN or whatever, right? Layer 1, I don't know. Preparing for the end. Take profits during parabolic altcoin rallies. Take your fucking profits. Watch for Bitcoin dominance reversal with the Bitcoin dominance price going down and the total 3 peak, loss of value, and loss of trend, right? And transition, right, that capital back into either Bitcoin or stables. If you want to do cash, whatever, but these videos are not based on tax implementation. So wherever you are, make sure that you know your taxes and how to do your crypto taxes. Okay. So that's that summary. By using historical data and indicators such as the pi cycle top, Bitcoin dominance, and total 3, you can effectively spot the start of the duration and the end of altcoin season. What I say is once we smash those moving averages on the pi cycle top indicator, we got about 2 to 6 months of the parabolic phase of altcoins, and you need to figure out how are you going to assess this new liquidity through profits, right? Are you going to take profits 2 months in, 4 months in, 6 months in? That's kind of like, you know what I mean? And who knows? Maybe and see, this is the thing. I want to make it clear here. We're going off 2 cycles that we have information, 2017 and 2020, right? But we've done so much stuff into this cycle that we're really in uncharted territory. The influx of new retail mixed with the institutional interest and now government interest from a country standpoint makes this all the harder to predict. So hopefully I'm wrong and we just have an altcoin season that's like 3 years. Of course, that's unrealistic, but based off history, guys, 2 to 6 months of the parabolic stage. Let me know what you think. It's your boy Crypto Millie. And I'm telling you, before I go, I'm telling you, like everybody right now, right? Everybody right now is saying altcoin season. You got MML Crypto. I've never seen him make videos on meme coins and altcoins. This guy, this is right here, is telling you that, okay, I need to start taking a step back and figuring out, you know, how I'm going to deal with this altcoin season, because now I'm seeing people that never talked about altcoins talking about altcoins. This is your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.